Hey guys, what's up? It's Player V, and today I'm doing a deck profile of the new vampire cards and this deck I made. There's a few tweaks that I do want to make, but I want to get the gist of it and talk about the vampire cards. So the vampire cards, new vampire zombie-ish support, they're okay. They did pretty good when I did some matches with them. I went against Dino Rabbit, went against Blackwing, went against what else did I go? Like a Jama deck. Went through a couple decks. I won about half of them. I mean, there's a few things that can be tweaked with the deck. There are things I want to take out. Try around a bit, but for right now, just to get this deck out there and the basics of the deck. Here it is. So, 3 Vampire Lords, 3 Shadow Vampires, 3 Zombie Masters, 2 Vampire Ladies. I don't even like Vampire Lady in the deck, but since she works with Vampire Empire, that's the only reason she's in there, so I put 2 of them. And since I'm running low monsters on this, you know, I needed some monsters. 3 Vampire Sorcerers, 3 Pyramid Turtles, 3 Goblin Zombies. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 monsters. 2 Dark Eruptions, that's really to get Goblin Zombie and Vampire Sorcerer. But I'm thinking of taking these out, maybe adding a Gores or to what you call it? What the fuck is that card? Anyway, Maxi or something like that, you know. Effect Veiler or something like that to help out the deck a little because it needs it. I think really Gores, maybe Tragodia would be good in the deck. 3 Book of Lives, pretty much needed in any zombie deck. It's pretty much a Monster Reborn. Staples, Heavy, Dark Hole, power dualities in the deck just because sometimes the hands can be that bad and it needs the draw power sometimes. So that's why dualities in it. I was thinking of adding maybe Pot of Avarice could help with some mill cards, maybe a couple Rykos, because we do need to feed the graveyard for the what the hell's that card? For Book of Lives. And it's good to have zombie sorcerers, vampire sorcerers inside the graveyard. And it also gets, it lets me target more things for zombie masters. So I might add a Ryko, some milling cards would be great. So maybe 2 Rykos I will add eventually. Call of the Mummy, I'm putting 1 for now. I feel like 2 is too many and 1's just about right. Maybe I might take it out completely, but since I am running 6 level 5s, it gives me the option to summon them really easily. 3 Vampire Empires. It's the field card. I don't really like the field card. I know it brings the whole deck together, but my issue is anytime I do have it out, it's either getting destroyed instantly or the effect I'm not getting off. Because the way it works is once per turn, when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard, sent 1 dark vampire monster from your hand to the deck, then target 1 card and destroy it. Now, I don't feel like I'm sending enough cards to the opponent's graveyard. I mean, the only effects I can get off with that is from Vampire Lord and Vampire Lady, and also works with it also works with Goblin Zombie. So I mean, I've got 8 targets for it, but it doesn't feel like it's doing enough. Maybe Needleworm would help it out a bit, but for now, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty good. The 500 attack on damage calculation is good. I had someone summon, what is that? Sabersaurus against Vampire Lady when this card's in the field, not reading, attacking it, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? Because he went Rabbit to Sabersauruses, attack Vampire Lady, first one gets destroyed, Vampire Lady effect, dropped the trap card, Vampire Empire's effect went off, summoned Sorcerer, destroyed the other Sabersaurus, and he instantly scooped. Then traps, I'm running stable traps, that's why I was at 45. 2 bottomless, Mirror Force. A lot of people don't like Mirror Force for some reason. I just really like it because we've got our low powered zombies. A lot of them are very low powered, so we need some real backup with that. Torrential, 3 Vampire Shifts, 3 Compulses. I really like 3 Compulse. With all the Exceeds now, Compulse is amazing. And the Solemns. Vampire Shift, here's my issue with Vampire Shift. I get it when I have the field card on the field, or I'll get it when I don't have a zombie on the field. I'll get it at the wrong times. Now, I do like 3. This replaces terraforming, so I don't have to worry about trying to get adding terraforming just to get a card. And it helps because I guess a special summon the zombie. Give me a vampire, so it helps, you know, synergize the deck a bit, but I don't know how I feel about it. But having been able to play Vampire Shift enough to get a feel how good it is, I mean, I know it's good, but, you know, to me it just goes together because of Vampire Empire, so, I mean, whatever. So that's around the basic deck. I mean, there's a couple things you can add here and there. There's a couple zombie cards that could go together good. You can easily turn this into a synchro summoning deck because you are summoning pretty high level zombies pretty easily. For now, it's really an Exceed deck. I mean, you can add a Plague Spreader in here. You can add a couple other cards, make it a thing. Maybe 1 Plague Spreader would be good just to have it, and then have the zombie Plague Spreader cards. I mean, the Plague Spreader synchros. Maybe some of the other zombie cards, like that 1 Vampire Lord thing, Dimension. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Other things, maybe you can add a couple more staples, couple just things that would help make draw power better. Maybe Banishing of the Dark to have some draw effects. Is Return for the Dark Dimension, the trap card that you summon from Banished, might help it, because you are banishing Sorcerer. So the optimal combo you want to do is as follow. Pretty much, you want to hope you open with a Goblin Zombie. This is a slow deck. It's not fast. It's not even competitive, really. I did win a couple games, but it's not competitive. It's not up there. It's not fast. You pretty much want to open with Goblin Zombie. Hope they destroy it some way. Then get either a Zombie Master if you don't have it, and you want to make sure you have a Vampire Sorcerer. So pretty much, next move you want summon Vampire Zombie Master, activate its effect, drop off the Vampire Sorcerer to summon your Goblin Zombie, then exceed into the any level 4. So now you have the ready a Vampire Sorcerer effect in the graveyard, so you can get out your Vampire Shadow Master. I mean your Shadow Vampire and your Vampire Lord. Other than that, other combos, Shadow Vampire is pretty good. I like it. The way it works is pretty much you summon them with a normal summon, but you never want to tribute summon. You want to use them together with Vampire Sorcerer. So you summon them, you use his effect, you get to special summon another zombie, dark vampire, except Shadow Vampire, so you're gonna go for Vampire Lord. And then you can exceed into the level 5, which is a Vampire, Bram, whatever the hell. So Bram. Bram is great. Here's the issue with Vampire and Shadow Vampire. When you summon them, you can't attack with any other card except the one you just summoned. So if you do Shadow Vampire to Vampire Lord is the only one that's going to be able to attack that turn. So if your opponent's open, you could do Vampire Lord, have Vampire Empire in the field, attack with Vampire Lord, do 2500, use the effect to send a trap from his deck to the graveyard, and use Vampire Empire's effect to destroy one of their cards. You can do it like that. Another way, well, that's pretty much the thing. Here's the thing with these cards that make them drop a card from their deck: never pick monster. Never pick monster. putting monster cards in their graveyard always helps pretty much all decks. So make sure it's start with trap cards. If they're running something that doesn't use traps, like monarchs or something, do magics. But pretty much always pick traps. Traps are very heavy these days. They could be very destructive to any deck. So always pick traps, and then do magics if you're afraid. So vamp, always do traps. Another thing is pretty much Pyramid Turtle can get any card from this deck to the field. Since it's special one zombie type monster with 2000 or less defense, any card in this deck can be gotten from Pyramid Turtle's effect. So you could set Pyramid Turtle turn 1, they attack. You could special summon Shadow Vampire or Vampire Lord or any card. And they're not the strongest cards. As you say, the strongest monster we got is 2000 in the deck, so that's why Vampire Empire does help a bit. So pretty much these are your searchers, and you're gonna pretty much drop these on hopefully you get them first turn and go from there. Another combination could be a Zombie World deck with this, adding in the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon to help out a bit. It's to have a bigger card, because you are going to be able to summon pretty easily. This deck I've easily gotten out Shockmaster. Is it Shockmaster? Yeah, Shockmaster. I've gotten Shockmaster probably every game I've done. I've been able to get them out. So it's very easy to get out Zombie Master. Shockmaster. You just call the mummy, special summon, normal summon at level 4. Zombie Master's effect, drop a level 4, resummon it, Shockmaster. It's not that hard. With the Exceeds, now Vampire Brim, talking about them, 2 level 5 zombies, very easy in this deck. You can detach 1 Exceed from this and target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard and summon that target to your field. You can only use this effect 1 turn, and if you do, that monster is the only one that can attack. This can help against a lot of decks, actually. So it's just a basic card. Now, if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card, either by card effects, whatever, and since it's graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard and face of defense during next turn standby phase. So if this card is destroyed at all, it's coming back next standby phase. So even if you summon them, they torrential it, it's coming back their standby phase. They destroy it, their turn, it's coming back your standby phase. So it's pretty much a card, it's always going to come back, it's always going to come back, as long as it's not banished. After that, pretty much the Exceeds you want to add are the stable ones, the level 4s. I want to probably add another Black Ship of Corn, Chidori, Maestroke, Utopia. The level 5s, now you can add a couple level 5s. These Adrius and Tyrus and Wind Up Art, which I haven't even used it yet, because anytime I get my vampires I go straight for these, unless I need these two specifically, I go straight for vampire. And that's pretty much it. Decks that can fuck this up easily: Gravekeepers, anything that locks you out from the graveyard, anti-meta decks with skill drain, anything that prevents you. DD Crow is also something that you have to be careful of. So there's a lot of decks that can fuck this up. It's a really slow deck, nothing I would use competitively when the cards do come out. I'm sure there's some combination of cards you can use, like there's some things I want to change, adding Gores and stuff like that to make it a more defensive deck, but there's nothing you can really do to help it out that much. There are some of the other vampire cards, the one that lets you attack directly and stuff, but pretty much these are what I came up with, and it's okay, but it's nothing competitive. So it's really fun. I've had fun with the deck, but nothing you should look forward to long term. So that's that, guys. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.